made me believe that perhaps I wouldn't want anyone in the future to see what I was about to witness. The camera was located just above the single door to the room, allowing me full view of its entire length. The image it fed to the screen was grainy and harsh as it strained to work in the dim light of the single fluorescent bulb. The corners were hidden in shadows, but the desk was clearly illuminated, good enough to trigger the assault when the time came. I caught movement and saw the top edge of the door swing open. I quickly dialed my phone, alerting the team. "Stand by." A figure entered the frame. It was a woman, not the target. She moved to the desk, then turned around, giving me a clear shot of her face. I knew her. What the hell is she doing here? Why didn't she stay home? I said, "We have an innocent on the X. I'm calling an abort." A voice I didn't recognize answered, "Mission takes priority, no abort." A small girl entered the screen, running to the woman. "You've now got 2 innocents. 1 child, abort. My call." "It's not your call. It's a Taskforce call, and the mission takes priority." The decision made no sense. We had plenty of other opportunities to get this guy, and the non-combatants had the potential to turn the hit into a fiasco. At the very least, it would be impossible to keep the operation from leaking out. "Who the hell is this? Put on the team leader." All I heard was, "Mission takes priority." Then a click as he hung up. I was redialing when another figure entered the room. A man, but not the target. The man didn't turn around, but I knew who it was. The woman's face showed fear, and the child darted behind her back. The man advanced toward them both, and I saw he was holding a club. The phone connected, and I said, "The innocents are in trouble. Execute, execute, execute." The mechanical voice said, "Trouble from the target? Is the target there?" "No, it's someone else, but he's bad. I know he's bad. Get in there." "The mission takes priority. We wait for the target." The man jabbed with the club like he was holding a sword, hitting the woman in the stomach. She doubled over. "Damn it, get your ass in there now!" The phone was dead. The man swung the club upward, catching the woman in the jaw. The impact split her jaw sideways in a spray of blood, the stark white of bone punching through the red flesh of her cheek. I screamed at the flickering image and grabbed the edges of the monitor, desperately trying to will myself to the scene. The woman fell backward onto the desk, exposing the girl. She cowered at the man's feet, tears running down her face, her mouth open in a shriek I couldn't hear. The man grabbed her by the head and lifted her off the ground. He rocked to the left once, then violently swung to the right, whipsawing the small child into the wall by her head. She crumpled in an unnatural heap. The man withdrew a knife from his jacket and held it up high, in full view of the camera, for me to see. Then he began to slowly turn toward the lens. And I woke up, drawing in great gulps of air. I was disoriented and bathed in sweat, the feeble light from the outside parking lot finally showing me the corners of the hotel room. I felt an echo and wondered if I'd screamed for real. I began to sit up when the nausea hit. I scrambled for the toilet through the dim light, reaching it a second before spewing out everything I had eaten in the last 6 hours. The heaves subsided, and I curled next to the toilet, still trembling at the aftershocks of the dream. The man had returned, and now he was bringing my family with him. I should have never looked at the pictures. It had been 4 years since the murder of my wife and daughter, and I had never had a dream of the crime. I had dreamed of the man plenty. He stalked me like a Freddy Krueger, popping up in all sorts of weird ways, but never with my family, never. I had been blessed with nothing but good dreams of them. Dreams that brought melancholy when I awoke.